Welcome back to the Tech Shack to another low quality one take video. Today we're going to look at these cheap little MageGee, I think that's how you pronounce it, brand keyboards. Now I didn't actually plan on making this video or even buying this keyboard, but my son has beat the crap out of this one sitting on my desk. Now the keyboard itself actually still works despite he losing the Windows key. I kind of replaced it with this clear ROG keycap from an old keyboard I had lying around. But he managed to somehow put it in some macro mode where my entire number pad, which I use on a regular basis, now does like copy, paste, and all these weird macros. Now, he did the same exact thing to my daughter's 60%, to my 5-year-old 60% mechanical keyboard, but was able to hold function and spacebar, and it reset and was good. Anytime he seems to put it in some weird mode, reset it, and it's good. None of the reset options I found online worked. This manufacturer's website actually doesn't load anymore, and if you go to the original Amazon listing, it now has a different manufacturer selling it but with the same branding on the keyboard but a different listing in the text. But so I don't know what's going on with that. So I pulled the trigger on this guy for 20 bucks, and initially two things that surprised me about it, but were actually a pleasant surprise. First, when I opened it up, the orange keys weren't on it, and I was a bit irritated, but then I looked through the box and realized all the orange keys are included extra. They come two-tone with the third tone as an accent color you can put with whatever keys you want. So I have the white ones here still, and one extra orange one that was an insert key, but you have to lose 3 keys to gain the insert function, and I don't use that. And it has yellow switches, which I absolutely love, and this one did not come with it, but we'll get to that, the other one, so I'm not gonna say this one didn't come with it, but the other ones actually came with some more extras. All right, so already this was a great buy at 20 bucks. The yellow switches I found honestly the perfect level of noise for me, along with just amazing comfort. Like, my fingertips feel much better after typing really long invoices and video descriptions, any long typing, stories, anything like that, emails. I can type a 25-page document and my hands have almost zero fatigue with this, and that's not an exaggeration. This thing, my fingertips would feel it by the end. So I absolutely love this keyboard for comfort, for its value. And normally I wouldn't even talk about these cheap keyboards, because even though they're a different brand and some of the shortcuts for reprogramming it are different, they have the same lighting effects. Essentially, a lot of these within the same form factor, like your 100 keys, no matter what brand you get, at this price point, you usually have the same circuit board inside, just with a different firmware and different switches, you know. So usually for me to even talk about a keyboard this cheap, there has to be something extra, and that's honestly what brings me to the other two keyboards. Now, my daughters helped me put all these orange keys on, my 11-year-old Ava and my 9-year-old Briar, and they both mentioned to me, why is it that Parker at 5 has a mechanical keyboard and we have cheap 5 Below membrane keyboards? So we solved that. I didn't even realize it was the same brand. They went on Amazon and picked out the keycaps they liked, and so it was basically just completely picked based on aesthetics, and it ended up being the same brand and an even better value for 20 bucks. Now inside of here, look at the packaging. Now there was a foam sleeve, I already took that off. These have already been unboxed once. All right, so unlike mine for $20, yes, they lose some keys. I have a 100 key. This one is 68. But this one has a removable USB-C cable. Of course, the third accent color. A better removal tool than mine came with, because I already mentioned removable cable. And 2 spare switches. So these have hot swappable switches. And they came with 2 extras. So if they decide that they want WASD to be a more clicky color, they can. Look at that. $20 keyboard. They have blue whale switches, which I think are pretty close to these yellow. And then when you go on MageGee's website, they claim blue whale is their own, so they might have just repurposed yellow switches. Not like Razer doesn't do that. Take off-the-shelf switches and call them their own thing. Change their color and say, oh no, look, it's a different color. No, but it's the same mechanics inside. They're gonna love these keyboards, but they're gonna be home soon. They haven't even seen these keyboards yet. Dad's doing a video on them before they even get them. But yeah, that's it for this low quality video, a little 5-minute video. Go ahead and buy these keyboards. Again, like any 60% keyboard you find at this price point is probably going to have the same exact board inside, just different color, different keycaps, maybe different firmware on the board itself. But none of the cheap keyboards at this price point include all these extras. And then it starts me thinking, if the average person can spend $20 on Amazon to get these, why do we have expensive boutique builders selling $1,500 machines and shipping e-waste when you know they can probably go on Alibaba and spend less than $20 and get these vanity branded with their own branding on them? Why are you vanity branding cheap freaking mush keyboards when you can do this? But again, that's it for this low quality video. I will see you guys next time. This is actually full RGB, whereas mine is just white. Alright, Lucas. Yeah. Well, that's it for this low quality video. See you guys in the next one.